Fantastic. It was fantastic.
Natalie is fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's going to be...
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And it's awesome.
You're enjoying it.
Absolutely awesome.
It's so... I'm so happy. George is so happy. It's just fantastic.
Everywhere around the world, we try to tell people there are no borders, there are no prime ministers, there are no presidents. There's only one nation. That's Kiss Nation. There's only one rock and roll national anthem. Rock and roll all night, party every day.
Wanna have you hear me? I wanna have you hear me say it.
I am hooked. Binge watching The Mandalorian. Oh my God.
Easy with that.
Unbelievable. It's on Disney. Check it out for yourself. I actually think it's better than the Star Wars movies. Just great.
Stay bombad. Welcome to the Bombadcast.
Your favorite Thursday evening routine. I would love if someone's routine was like, all right, brushed my teeth, made my tea, whatever you smoke, whatever it is. And you're like, let's sit down and watch the Bombadcast. If that's someone's schedule, by all means, please, please, please let me. I think it might be Michael. I think Michael put some really, really nice tea on, and he just sits there and enjoys it. He lets it, what's it called? Whatever he wafts it in. He doesn't really smell it. He just wafts it in. Michael, I'm happy you're here. I hope you watch it. It's actually really good. That being said, welcome to the Bombadcast. You know, it's something we do every Thursday night. Willie Nelson loves us. He's a big supporter of us, obviously. And I'm happy to say this. Every Thursday, you get whatever this is. And I'm thankful for that. Every Thursday, this. I mean, the list goes on and on. And this is Jerry. It's just amazing. It's amazing that this can exist and people will. I mean, it's 3 people right now. It's not a lot, but I can tell you this much. You're all watching this for some reason. And I think I know the reason. Because you love this guy. Yeah. Every Monday, Monday. Damn it. I did it again, Jerry. Every Tuesday, Hyperfocus. Okay? That's Jerry's show. Whatever you want to focus on, whatever you want to talk about, Jerry's there for. And I think Jerry has some fun stuff planned in the future with Hyperfocus, like a call-in kind of thing, like a full episode of it. I think he made a post about it. We haven't really talked about it, but that is going to be every Tuesday. And coming back next week, oh my gosh, playing Metroid Dread, which arrives tomorrow at my house. Next week, we're playing a kind of scary Metroid game, which is new as a 2D and 3D mix platforming game. I have never played a scary game. I am not looking forward to it. My students tend to clip me cursing on streams, and that's going to be the one where it happens. But before I go any further, I must bring in, after 4 minutes and 41 seconds, probably 3 minutes of that being clips, I got to bring in my guest. My guest. What am I talking about? My co-host. Man, I'm stumbling all over this. I just need him to come save the day. Look what I have on, by the way, Jerry. I didn't show you this yet. Look at that. I cannot believe I haven't gotten in trouble for that. Jerry, look who it is.
What's up?
Look at him,
I was
guys.
gonna say, I was about to flip us this stuff. Like,
Dude,
oh hey, what's going on?
Look how spooky his background looks. I'm freaking
Yeah,
out.
no, I got some red and a little. It's supposed to be orange. You can't really tell, and I'm a little. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my lighting here. I'll do this. This is great to do on stream.
Man.
It's great to do on stream where you're just like, we do a little bit of blue. Ooh, there we go. There we go. A little campfire light, maybe.
I'm scared.
There we go. It's spooky. You know, I have that effect on a lot of people. Actually,
I scare a lot of children and women.
I
and
scare a
adults.
lot of people and stuff. Yes.
Oh man, that's great.
But you know, listen, I for one am happy to learn that Bombadcast has become part of people's routines.
Yes,
because there's something about I don't know, our brand of whatever the hell we show before all this stuff, and that you're like, you see, you don't play. I don't usually play scary video games and stuff, but I'm very intrigued to see you play a scary video game now.
I'm not ready for that. You know
because
that. You know,
you're not much of a spoop. You're not much of a spoopy person.
No, literally, Jerry told me a scary story once, and I shut him up because I was too scared.
He was like, shut up, stop telling me that.
It freaked me out so much. He's like, he comes at nights like these. I'm like, nope. No. I was like, stop it. I was so mad. I didn't mean to get that mad either. That is going to be next week. Honestly, I know.
Scotty is probably like, I need to buckle down and actually get that all my stuff compiled and put together in a narrative form. But I think I'm going to pick 3 or 4 stories that are quote unquote actual accounts, right?
Jesus,
of what is called the real Men in Black. We're not talking Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith here. We're talking like if something like the bug from outer space, Edgar, who stole the farmer's skin, stole Tommy Lee Jones and the skin, and was like herky jerky walking around. It's more like that.
That was great.
But yeah, so I got a few stories like that, and one that's kind of a tertiarily kind of. I really want to scare the pants off of Scotty.
See, literally, and like I'm the kind of guy, and I'm sure Jerry's done this before, but whenever stories like that are told to me, I really don't get sleep. I'm not kidding. I contemplate too much on it.
I apologize if Scotty falls asleep in class for your students that are watching.
I'm
stoked
right because we did this with the hold on, don't say the name because I remember it. We did this with the account of the Sableye, that was the Pokemon that was based off of it. It was don't say it. It was a great name. It was in Kentucky, wasn't it?
It's
something Kentucky.
Kelly Hopkinsville.
I don't think I would have gotten
Kelly Hopkinsville Goblins.
Whoo, not a fan. I read that one to my students too, and I freaked them out for a second.
Yeah, it's freaky. It's like the part where like there's a part where like if it is true, it was a group of like country simple folk who simple. That's
in the
like
50s.
just people in the 50s who it was like, you know, back when like people out in the country all lived in the generations in the same house. I think there were some people staying the night as well, because that's what you did back then. But they like basically had an encounter with these glowing goblin-esque looking.
It's freaky.
I guess aliens, and they called the police out there and everything. Like it lasted, like they kept coming at their house for like a couple hours.
The craziest one was the last encounter after they left the house and they
start coming back.
And like she was laying down and then literally on the window.
Man, the one that gets me is where they reach the hand down and touch it. Anyway, I don't know if there's any way to like that. I think that was on Beyond the Blaster's Patreon and stuff.
Yeah,
so I don't know if there's any way we can get that content or something. But
I will take it. I don't
maybe
think
we'll send Maybe we'll send a message or something. Yeah, but like, hey, this is welcome to spooky seasons. Welcome to spooky season.
This is our first October show. What's today's date?
This is.
Wow.
Because I was gonna say last week it was the last day of September.
You're right.
So we are officially in spooky season, kiddos.
You gotta plug it because this is Jerry's bread and butter. Jerry's been doing this we've been doing this for almost 2 years now. Jerry, you gotta plug creepypasta because I had Nick inquired. He's like, "What the hell is a creepypasta?" So
a lot of people,
let's talk about this.
We did last year and I was inspired by one of my favorite podcasts. I'm not trying to like copy off of them at all, but they do like a creepypasta episode where they'll have people write to them. They used to just find random ones, and I thought, what if I find Star Wars themed ones for a Halloween episode? There are like none. So what we have to do is we have to fill the internet with dumb Star Wars creepypasta.
Yep.
And so that's what we need. And a lot of you younger generation might know creepypasta is internet speak for copy paste. and it's copy paste horror stories, and they are sometimes printed anonymously on I forget where. I think there's a wiki or something they originally posted on.
I remember that.
But yeah, so they've made them into shows, they've made them into movies and things too.
Slenderman was one of them.
Slenderman was a creepypasta originally,
big one,
stuff like
I
that.
remember it was Ben, which was the haunted Majora's Mask cartridge. Ben, that's a classic one. That one's really good, actually.
That's the thing about creepypasta is they take a lot of pop culture and inject it in there. Like you can find one for just about every 90s cartoon saying that it was really like the lost episode of any 90s cartoon. Where they basically the characters, like a character kills themselves. Spoiler alert. And the rest of the characters have to deal with it. But anyway,
the crazy thing is they become 3D in terms of like how like people can make them. So like the amazing Majora's Mask creepypasta, like of course then later they'd be like, we found footage of it, and they would like upload the game footage while the story was being told by like a creepy animatronic voice. So like I was like in high school and I was like, this is freaking me out. Like this is wild. Like a kid's soul was trapped in the cartridge. It's a amazing thing. But yeah, Richard, they are.
It's true. It's
Look
true. So we're trying to do a service, and Jared the Dark Jedi will be joining us for that stream. He did last year. But we are doing, this is year 2 of Creepypasta. That will be our last show of October. But then, so we got Terrifying Tales tonight. We got Real Men in Black next week. We've got, I think we're going to talk Dune or something.
We're going to do an instant reaction to Dune the night it comes out. So
that might be a late one.
That's going to be a late one.
That's going to be a late one, just so we know.
Very excited for that one.
But guys, so just stick around. A lot of creepy stuff coming out, and send us in your creepypasta. It can be funny. Watch the old episode. I think it's on the Beyond the Blast Doors network. But go check that stuff out. It can be scary. It can be funny. It can be both. It could be about Star Wars. It could be in the universe. It could be just about people who like Star Wars. There was a really good one about
it was an amazing one
about Next Pulsing with Celibate Rage, which was really great
Michael
by
wrote
our
that
own
one?
Michael McCoy.
Good one. God, it's good. I can tell you this much: there's a lot in the future for Bombadcast in the next couple of months. But also, I want to, if you don't mind, Jerry, can I address something that had blown up last week? And not by any means of our own. So I know we have some viewers here that we provide a safe space for them, and also I tend to kind of teeter that line of being, obviously someone that's easy to respect and to be respectful of others. And I don't know how this happened, Jerry, but I'll just say it up front. Gina Carano got a hold of our link. And she blasted our link with our picture and our images all over social media. Now, the good thing is it's one of those moments that caught on like fire and then has extremely diminished. The view, it got unreal. It got 15,000 views in that day. And if you look at the analytics, I'll gladly show y'all. Hold on. All the sources, okay? All the sources. So we've only had a 2,000 views in the last 2 days. So that's not as much as you would think. The first day we got about 20,000 views, which is wild. All the sources, though, every one of them, you can see it right there. That's kind of hard to see. They're all external. They're all from her post, which is what I'm thankful for. So I'm surprised it happened. Would I have wanted it to happen? Not really. Frankly, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how who scours the internet for Gina Carano videos and then gets them to be posted. I have no idea.
We got some weird shout outs, which is like, thanks, no thanks. But
so that being said, I never want to alienate anyone that listens to us. I never want to disregard anyone that wants to come listen to us. But, we tend to be very positive and very prequel happy and sequel happy. And frankly, I think the OT is okay for a set of movies. So if that doesn't alienate you enough, fans that maybe are just tuning into this, that have never watched Bombadcast, then I completely understand. But at the same exact time, we're here to provide good entertainment. I just happened to get lucky and ask a question to Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and they gave me an answer that I didn't ask for. But I'm going to be
as
real
the
with you.
face could see. I
took advantage of it and I shared it because it was a conversation that I thought was pretty impressive to have with two huge celebrities. But at the same exact time, it did not go the way I think. Do I feel bad that they brought her up and that she got into it somehow? I don't feel bad for that. I don't feel bad for that at all. But I can tell you how I do feel. It did make me uncomfortable that she did share it. So that's all I'm saying. Because originally when I posted, I said something on Twitter like, nonetheless, this is one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me today, or like something stupid. And like, I didn't mean it in a positive way at any means, but it was weird. That's all I'm saying.
And Gina, you know, we are not ones here to say that like, oh, cancel culture is the problem with society today, because a lot of times that's people effed around and found out.
Exactly.
And frankly, I like Gina as that character.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of her, of how she treats trans people and different things like that, and how she, in fact, someone posted a screen cap of, they just recently checked in to see, and she had a post about like, socialism is effing us in the A or something, kind of a thing, and it was just like, whatever your political things are, it still is just like, don't compare people making fun of you to you being a person in the Holocaust is another thing that that's another thing I have against her.
If you watch the video, Paul Stanley says, and I know Gene and Paul have definitely talked about it.
I don't think they know. I don't think they know all the shit that she's...
No, but what Paul said was very interesting. He goes, even though I don't agree with her, I still think she should have a chance to speak and not get fired for speaking. But I'm going to be real with you. And I told this to several people. I even told this to you. If we had Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley back on somehow, I would straight up ask, how would you feel if someone on your staff made anti-Semitic remarks and you are both Jewish? They are both Jewish. They're both, their families are from Israel.
The thing she got, and she didn't even get fired. She got her contract didn't get renewed.
Exactly.
Which is technically different, but it's also like, look, she said something about a company that was started by a Jewish man.
Literally.
Or not about a company, but she said something and worked while working for that company, and it seems like she doesn't get that, look, it's your personal thing, but like,
you can still be fired for saying
you can't be a sovereign citizen and go and just like say whatever shit you want. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You still have to, part of free speech is you got to pay the consequence if you say something that is not good.
Now,
or a lot of people don't like.
Do I agree with Paul Stanley when he was like, she still has the right to say what she said? Yeah, I could say that is her right.
Even I'm saying she has the right to say that.
She can feel any way. She can be a horrible person. I don't think she is, but she can be a horrible person in every way. But when it comes down to it, if you work for a company that does not believe in the same thing you believe, for example, I work for a Catholic school. If all of a sudden I was like, I'm a Satanist now, I would be fired in all heartbeats. Duh.
Quietly looks at my weird evil background.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, I can respect her, but
I used to be in that world. I understand. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So like, and I love the place I work for. I would never, and I'm not a Satanist. But with that being said, if for some reason I worked for Mickey Mouse and I was like, I don't believe anything. You know what I mean? Anything and Disney-fied. Like, that's just not how it should be ran. And look, it's her freedom to do that, but it's also her freedom to get fired. So it's
Disney's freedom to go, no thanks.
Yes.
Right.
That's part of it. Should she have been fired? I don't know. I'm not the one to judge that. I mean, what she posted, I think, constitutes enough to get fired. It would at a private school. It would probably at a mainstream business.
If you work for someone who is Jewish, like what she got originally, it's not even the quote unquote what people consider political stuff. It's that she was comparing certain things to like being in the Holocaust, and that's just that's just not cool.
Exactly.
It's not cool.
Well, look, Tech said it best.
It's all about kindness. It's all about kindness.
Tech said it best. Remember, and the end of Bad Batch. He said, "What was the
Exactly.
exact quote? What was the exact quote? Do you remember? Because I don't remember
He
word
said,
for word.
he says, just because I understand you doesn't mean I agree with
I
you.
agree with you. That's literally how I felt talking
And I'm
to
with
them.
it.
Because
and honestly, me and Scotty, this is honestly kind of the first time we're actually hashing it out over the mic,
Yes.
really, because
Yes.
I know
We texted about it.
Honestly, me and Scotty, I'll admit, I butted heads a little bit because of
That's
things,
fine.
and
Yes.
that's look, you're going to do that and stuff. But Scotty, I want you to know that I knew how Scotty was, right?
Yes.
But now I feel like we're on more of like we are on more of the same page now. And
We
stuff
get it.
after talking about this, and we wanted to let you all know
yes.
the feelings on it and everything.
Sure.
And all
and
of
I will
that.
say, and I'm not trying to Debbie down this thing. I'm not apologizing for putting that video out. That's not what this is.
No, you
Because
shouldn't. You were just reporting. You were
I
putting
had
it
an-
out there.
Then that's part of it, because I talked to Pete about this. It's more of an aspect of journalism than it is. Okay, if I had made the title, Gene Simmons slams Disney and destroys
That we know of.
whatever. That if I were to have done that and say and I made it clickbait when it really wasn't, all I said was
They
Gene
took it
Simmons
and
and
turned
Paul
it into
Stanley-
clickbait.
They did, but also at the same exact time.
Yeah.
I get why it was alarming for our fans to see our face on their brand. Y'all, if I known that was going to happen, I wouldn't have shown the Bombadcast logo all over
It was
the
so
place.
big.
But I
no.
wouldn't have known.
I mean,
I
look.
did that for screen recording purposes because most
Right.
people are going to do that and not credit the
Yeah.
source. So that's
Yeah.
why I put the logo so big. There was reasoning behind all of it. Just know I dropped it thinking it would benefit the channel.
Scotty is
And
closet fandom menace. That's all he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I hate everyone.
I'm joking.
I'm a nihilist.
No. And I mean, a lot of my thing came from I was working a lot. There was a lot going on, and all I saw were like, why are these people talking about us in this way?
Yes. It's alarming. But look,
it's fine. But hey, here we are, baby birds. I haven't called you
was a
baby birds in a
moment.
while.
That's
It's
the
a
fun
moment.
thing is,
A
it
hot
was a
moment. And Scotty got to do something cool.
That was part of it. And look, and that's the one thing I'll finally end on. It literally was a conversation that I don't think they were ever asked ever. I'm telling you, I want to explain. That Q&A was horrible. They were literally asking them. They were like,
do you
Gene,
like to
wait, no. You go, Gene,
Go for
what's
it.
your favorite riff? I'm like, oh, it's like asking me, what's your favorite quiz to give to the students? Like they don't want to talk about their favorite riffs anymore. They've been playing music for 50 effing
I think you're
years.
gonna say like they were like, "Hey, do you really like to party every day, rock and roll all night, and party every day?
That would have been amazing.
You get it? You get
No.
it? Get it?
So
you get
the
it?"
other one that was bad was, what's your favorite venue? And so I'm sitting there like, you're really wasting these men's time asking them like the most bland question. George, what's your favorite line? Like it's literally asking that. Like
I'm quite
he's not
partial
his-
to Madison Square Garden, or I'm
exactly.
partial to, yeah,
like
yeah.
they don't want, and their answer was so sublime. It was like, we love every venue we play. We're really excited to play in Austin tonight. I'm like, oh my god, this is so robotic. And so when it gets to me, I'm
Scotty's,
like,
I can
hold
see
on.
you sitting there sweating bullets through your jacket, going,
so
"You're
mad.
wasting your moment. You're
Literally.
wasting your moment."
Literally, it was so bad. So when it got to me and I was the last one with the microphone, I'm like, let me ask a Star Wars question. And then I happened to get a wild answer that no one expected. But the one moment that I'm very proud of,
This should have been it.
no, it should have been going. The one moment I was really proud of was when Paul Stanley paused and said, I've never thought about that. I was like, I did that. And I don't think anyone else has ever done
that
it
was
before.
good. That was good.
wild.
You made him think about something, and they really were like, "Wow!" Because to be
Yeah.
compared to something like that, I think was really
But they never thought about
cool
it that
for them.
way.
Yeah,
That was the late
that was
70s.
cool. That was my favorite part of that video. By the
That-
way,
well, me
that
too.
that and your like that was great too. But yeah, it is what it is, And,
I'm glad
look,
we. Yeah, no, what you want to say? Because I was gonna say I'm glad we addressed this up top, only because
I am too.
it needed to be said live.
There was a giant kiss painted elephant in the room, and we needed to get that sucker out of here. And just and also thanks but no thanks the quartering.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Stay
the free
away.
publicity and stuff, but you can stay if you want.
Yes,
If you're going to be kind to other people, but
Sure.
but we may not be your cup of tea. And so
No.
that's all we're saying. That's all we're
I
saying.
think they'll realize
You're welcome.
after watching this. I think.
We're not your cup of tea. Just leave and don't shit on any other people.
Also, I
please.
want to say this out loud. Subscribers mean nothing. I'm just saying that, by the way. I don't want anyone to think that having a lot of subscribers means anything. I'm just saying that out loud.
Scotty, they're watching
I'm
now.
telling you. No, these people are not. These are fans and friends of the show. Subscribers, when you see
These are the
5,000
real ones.
subscribers and there's only 5 people watching this, just know that subscribers to anyone that wants to start a YouTube does not count. That is not matter at this point. It used to back in the day.
It's about a
No
small
longer
family you
matters.
create. It's
It
about a small
literally-
family you create online.
how
It
it-
truly is.
I completely agree. Like this, like look at this. Like these people are always consistent. William, Boop. I mean, Nick's always here. I mean, these people are some of the best people that I know personally.
I like
Richard,
this one from William. I'm sorry.
What'd he say?
Do you
What'd he
like
say?
Detroit?
so stupid. But that being said, right? I mean, like we had a bunch of subscribers and they're not here right now watching us that had showed up because of these Gina Carano shares, and I'm sure they're going to unsubscribe if they find this video. But
Yeah.
that being
Bye
said,
bye.
look, I like this. Unsubscribe.
We just
block,
want
and
all of you.
cancel.
We want you to feel safe in our chats and shit.
Yes.
So that's our thing. Bombadcast is a safe place. It's been told to us many times, and it's very humbling. I think if I can
Yes.
speak for Scotty as well, it's very
Oh, yeah.
humbling. Kind of we come here and have fun, but it's a little
Mm-hmm.
bit to not get too serious. It feels like a little bit of a responsibility sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
And-
but that's the part of it, you know? We're not
Exactly.
big like Star Wars Explained. We're not big like other shows. But whenever you do see your face on someone you maybe don't like social media, it's kind of scary. It's kind of like, oh,
Right.
this worked. Like, I mean, like, I never thought I'd end up here, but here we are. And we'd always talk about poking the bear with some people in that fandom, but we were on the bear side for maybe 15 minutes, and it was very strange. And I liked it.
We just scratched its back and snuck out of the back door. Like, we'll see you. Never.
The
Bye,
views,
bye, bear.
the views were interesting, and the comments are still rolling. But I can tell you this much: the fire from that video is already dead because Star Wars controversy is never ending. Never.
It's
ending.
not. It's terrifying. You know what else is terrifying?
Oh,
Lego Halloween specials. Oh my god. That
running a Coach O.
that is peak perfection. What is stopping you men from looking like this?
A scary Cajun man. So
Peak performance.
Jerry,
Peak performance. Sir.
scale from 1 to 10. Where does this rank in, and not just Lego Star Wars world, but in terms of like Star Wars storytelling? You're gonna be surprised by my answer. What did you think of this?
Star Wars storytelling. That's a hard one for me because as storytelling goes, like Lego, I think has always done a good job of kind of putting interesting things out there and kind of ignoring the weirdos who are like, "Is this canon? Is this canon? Can this be
Oh my
canon?" and
God.
stuff. But listen, they go, they have fun with it, and they might have like they'll have like, I love that they've been doing their specials in the post Rise of Skywalker era. Because
completely
it's
agree.
basically saying that's one thing I love about this is it gives me hope for a lot more canon material with characters that I would like to see more of.
Yeah.
And that includes Ben Solo, that includes
Yes.
Poe Dameron, that includes Rey,
Yes.
that includes Finn, that includes Janna, that includes Rose, that also includes Pete Fletzer's favorite person, was it Christian Slater himself, Ren.
Ren.
I actually love that Ren was in this, and that's one of my points of my thing. But because
no, it
that
felt more
character-
real. It felt
he's
more
here.
real.
He's here. He's not just in the comics anymore. He's in a Lego special. It's not going to be long before you see that mask, which is
can't
kind of
wait.
cool.
That's
The mask is
gonna
kind
be
of
awesome.
badass.
Yeah, it is.
And I
See it in
liked
live
his.
action.
I like the outfit in this better than whatever. It looks like he's wearing like a scab.
Yes.
In the comics,
I love
that's
that.
a little weird and stuff. But I'm excited to get more with these characters, and
I
that's
agree.
what I loved about this.
I want to say one thing about Boop's comment because William decided to check it's Go Geaux because Boop said Go Tigers, and Boopenheim's penance is going to be throwing herself into the
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Yeah. Not the river, the Mississippi itself. Anyway,
Exactly,
Jerry,
like within the state. Yes.
I am not a big Star Wars Lego guy. I enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
This is the first time I was like, I really dig this, like in every way. Like the story, Poe crashing on Mustafar being ran by a Hutt, and it's going to be a hotel chain. Like, it's just like, it's Lego, and I can respect that. But what they did was, and you know this, we're all 90s kids and early 2000s kids. They did a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. That's essentially what it was. And it was brilliant because they did an underlying story. Then they did, you know, I think it was 3 or 2. It was
three
the first one was
tales.
the Monkey Paw, or the Wookiee Paw, which is a great story within
Wookiee's
itself.
Paw, the Lost Boy, and the dueling monstrosities.
Yes,
which was Maul and
Grievous. I'm gonna tell you, each one of those was sick. But the thing is, it told a great Star Wars story, a very complete Star Wars story, way more than I expected, with the cliffhanger at the end. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
They did it. They did it. It was the best special. I like this one way more than the Rey one, and the Rey when she goes back in time. I like that they could play with the storytelling in this way, but through the eyes of Lego. And they did some pretty profound storytelling, you know, things like the fact that they're going deeper and deeper into Mustafar, and the further they go, the more they unlock, and the more they unlock leads to the next. That was so cool. I really liked it way more than I thought I would. I'm watching it on my lunch hour today.
Awesome.
I'm like, oh, I'm delighted, right? Like, this is kind of dope.
That's what the Lego stuff to me is always like. It's like the Muppets for me, where
That's
it's just
a good point.
very. And look, and I mean, I will say, so the Hutt Grabala is actually, and I'm not very well versed in the Freemaker adventures, but
So is
he's
that
from
kid-
Freemaker Adventures.
Is that kid from Freemaker as well?
That kid, people are suggesting is like in the Lego canon, I think people are suggesting that he's related to the Freemakers.
Because
the Freemakers, there are members of the Freemaker family who are Force sensitive.
Okay, makes sense.
And it's just, again, so you can, I think they're sort of canon, but maybe not as, like, you know, obviously as silly as the Lego stuff is.
Sure.
But yeah, no, the Lego stuff has always had just like, it knows the sense of humor that it wants to. Like, it's like, we're going to be a little, like, the whole, like, I'm watching right now where Darth Vader and Luke are swinging across the chasm.
Amazing.
And everything where Darth Vader, like, leans in and kisses Luke on the cheek. Goes, mwah, Fulok. Because we know that's supposed to happen. Like, the way that they play with things and mess with things is really funny. And they still end up doing cool stuff that I'm like, if I would love to see that in real life. Like the whole thing with Leia. Oh, Leia and Ben.
Dude.
Or not Ben Solo. Excuse me, Ben Kenobi.
Yes, when Leia
Flying
and
the
Obi-Wan
X-Wing.
are flying the X-Wing, that could have been the reality if he had made it to her. I was like,
yeah,
genius.
Isn't
I
it?
never
It's
thought
really
about
cool.
that. Really clever.
And
then Luke
the beginning
still
with
caused it. Luke still caused
Right.
the destruction that brilliant. It was brilliant.
And then the whole joke at the end where it's like, so you're saying Luke Skywalker didn't blow up the Death Star? Well, yeah, but not like that and stuff. But I mean, the thing that I loved that I want to see more of is like Poe at the beginning where he's being chased by the 3 TIE fighters. Like, did you guys hear that the First Order is defeated and all this kind of stuff? Like, I want to see past Rise of Skywalker. I want to see.
We
past
will
that.
one day,
I wanna
and that's
see it.
going to be. I think honestly, and I hope this is the case. It's going to be more planned out than what we had gotten in the set of movies we got. Not that it
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
planned out.
if you saw some of the book announcements today, we know we're going to be getting at least some middle story for some things. I'm excited. And again, listen, it's okay. It's okay if you were disappointed in Rise of Skywalker. It's fine.
Sure.
But I am excited. They have turned Ochi of Bastoon into an awesome character.
Oh my god,
he's so like he's kicking people saying I'm Ochi of Bastoon and shit like that. I mean, they've turned him into something you didn't think he was at all.
Not at all.
And I'm excited to get, for one thing, a novel with Luke and Lando.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, look, one thing
I'm
I
going
want to say
off
about
on
the novel announcements is it, and this is not because I don't like the High Republic. I just haven't given the time to listen or watch it. But the one thing I didn't like about the first book, Light of the Jedi, is only because everyone was so new, and I like seeing familiar characters. That's something I identify with Star Wars. So that being said, when I saw all those book announcements today that were all with, you know, character like Obi-Wan has a book, and then you've got, Lando and Lucas. It's gonna be such a sick
Well,
pair. We've never seen
Obi-Wan
that.
and Anakin too have a book
Yes!
too. It's just someone said today it's the business on Cato and Nemoidia that they talk about in Revenge of the Sith.
I love this. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking forward to. That era again. All that being said,
right? Back to Lego. Back to Lego.
Ochi is Rick James, bitch. It's true.
He really is. He truly is. And poor Ochi got his eyes burned out on Exegol, and that's why he's got the Coraline button eyes. So just fun fact. That's a fun fact for you.
So the fact that we went to Mustafar was awesome. The fact that it's going to be a hotel is awesome. They played, kind of like a weird, like, I would almost say like 90s concept, like we had bought a haunted hotel, and then like everything is going crazy. The guy that used to be the keeper here still lives here. I'm like, oh yeah, no, he's gonna be a bad guy. It's
Vinay, who has to be like 800 years old at that time. I feel like. I mean, like it's so great though. I love I want more with Vinay. Frankly,
yeah, me too.
I want more with Vinay. And real quick, one thing I put in my notes: Tony Hale, who does the voice of Vinay, is a national treasure.
That's
Buster,
amazing.
Buster from Arrested Development, and then he's also on Veep and things like that.
He's Forky.
Forky from Toy Story now. Tony Hale is a national treasure, and I love everything he does. So I just wanted to say that. So
no, he's one of the best.
I'm happy he got to voice Vinay for this.
Me too.
It was a good choice. It was
overall.
A good choice.
I was impressed with the storytelling because they did the 3 like parables. So the theme obviously most of them had deeper themes. The monkey paw one's a classic. I remember reading in middle school.
Right.
The other one was the Grievous versus Maul thing, but the idea was Palpatine pinned them against each other. Classic Palpatine. Right. That really, I wouldn't say is canon, but I wouldn't be upset if that was, because that was awesome. Grievous was scary.
The part where where Grievous is fighting up the stairs, all the Gundarks, that part was sick.
Oh my god,
that was so cool, man! When he jumps up there, that was a cool action sequence. But what I loved the most, that's my least favorite, I think, of the 3, honestly. Yeah. But I love all the Palpatine humor, because Palpatine and the Lego stuff is just as good as the Robot Chicken. It's the same. It's the same
voice. It's amazing.
I love he's like pushity push, and he calls like Grievous like General Louisius.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Oh, General Louisius. It's so good.
The thing I liked about that short story within itself is they did some weird things with the Force that I didn't expect. They addressed that Grievous didn't use the Force. They called Grievous by his real name from the comics. I was like, that is
what is that name again? Because I forgot what it is. It's like I know he's a Kalish or something.
He's a Kalish, but they called him his canon name. I was like, that I didn't know that was a thing. Like, what?
Yeah, I didn't know it was canon, but that like when they said that, I was like, wait, who? What are we talking about now? But that I don't know that whole short.
Quaimane Ja Shalal. Literally, that's the name they call him.
Ja Shalal.
I was blown away. I'm like, they actually kind of addressed it. I'm like, that's crazy.
That they were like, here it is, nerds. Here it is.
Yes.
Don't worry.
And we're gonna give it to you in a Lego format, which I'm fine with. That doesn't bother me at all. And like the idea of like
all this stuff can coexist.
Yes, but when Maul spun the lightsabers around his arms, I'm like, that is cool. They cut off his legs and then pushed him off. I'm like, that actually would be cool to see live action, because he would live. Well,
three great puns. And also something I have to say, I love the characters in Lego saying whoosh when they use the Force.
Yes.
Whoosh, whoosh. And that whole thing, even Palpatine at the end when he pushes Maul off the edge of the thing goes pushity push.
Pushy push.
And stuff, and then he's whistling the Imperial March while he's waiting for him to fall. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so
brilliant.
Good. So good.
That was a story I really like. The other one with Ben was interesting because, it's not canon, obviously, but
no,
the idea of if we ever saw that in live action, like a part where he's like, Kylo is a wimp, baby, or whatever they called it, and literally,
I think there's something to that. I have to reread the comic, but I can't. I remember weird. Kylo being something. He chose that name for a reason. Yeah. And I think it was because he was like, because Ben's always been about, I'm embracing this stuff. I am a broken individual. I'm embracing this stuff. because I think I have to, and
Exactly.
that's finding strength within, like, almost like the Boy Named Sue kind of a thing,
Yes.
not to, but to pull some Johnny Cash out on you or anything.
Yeah. But still, that was interesting. I'm like, that is kind of cool. They played with that a little bit. I did not expect that. So that story was good within itself. It kind of, Ben wanted something, but he didn't want it all the way, which I thought was really interesting. When Ren was giving him the choice, like, you need to do this or this, and he had a a kind of a Vader moment where he was like, "What do I do? Like, I don't want to destroy the temple. That's everything he's worked hard for."
Yeah.
So
it's
good.
which I mean technically is kind of a canon thing.
Yes.
We know
We
in
don't
canon.
know.
We don't
Yes.
know exactly what happened yet, which I'm salivating to find out exactly what happened.
One day,
but we know that Ben wasn't officially the one who blew up. That he woke up to find the temple in flames, and so that is. It's very interesting.
It is.
It's I don't know, man. There's a lot of cool stuff about that one. I am deeply intrigued by the Knights of Ren. Still. I feel like the last person who's still intrigued by the Knights of Ren.
I like
and
them. I
stuff
think
like
they're cool
that.
too.
Right. Well, it's you and me against the world, buddy. And that's
There's potential.
there's still, and the people are like, "Oh, I'm done. They kind of fizzled out in the movie." But I'm like, but you can still do really cool stuff with them.
Yeah.
And I know Ren is going to be in a coming up comic series.
Yes.
Coming out, Crimson Reign and
Interesting.
stuff like
Gonna be
that.
weird.
But it's got that one's going to be bonkers. I'm not caught up on any of the comics, but
No.
I do. I just keep going back to this. Made me want more sequel trilogy era stories.
Oh, always. Yeah, and you could feel it after watching it
It
dropped
almost
last
it
week.
almost feels. I don't know if you feel it. It feels a little like how when Disney first started, they kind of ignored the prequels, right?
Exactly.
And it's been a little. They're not completely ignoring it, but they're like, we're kind of giving it. Which it's only been a couple years since it ended. Giving us a break and stuff. You don't want to I guess saturate the market. I get it, but
Sure.
bring it on, man.
But I want to see more of that sequel trilogy era, and like the fact that you could play with.
I want to see
stories
more
like
of
this.
Luke's Academy as well.
Oh, of course, that's going to be a whole thing. I know that's going to be a whole thing for a
Mm-hmm.
fact. That has to be. But in terms of like watching this, I was pleasantly surprised, and I should have made an Easter egg list, but there was a bunch of cute little references that I really enjoyed, and like. I don't know. I'm a fan of slapstick, and every time those two twin, I forget what species they were, ran into each other, I laughed each time.
Yeah, it's Sese Thin.
Is it Bulios?
It's a Sese Thin.
Oh,
alien.
it's
I
the
forget
one.
what the name.
I know it's the one that
Off the
old
Jedi
boy is.
Council.
Yes, I forget his name. Damn it.
I forget. They look really cool, and so in
they look
the
great.
old Tartakovsky Clone Wars, he's got a cool
Yes.
helmet and stuff. You remember?
Yes.
It's those kind, and those guys in Grabala are from Freemaker Adventures.
Oh,
and
okay,
stuff.
cool.
So it's kind of a thing. Like I've watched a couple episodes of that with Ellie, but yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of great things about the slapstick. Real quick, I have to shout out I'm trying to see if I get his name right. Costler, who is the kid who goes, "Look, Master Luke," and then the rock drops on his head, and Luke goes, "Costler, not again." And I'm like, I want a series with Costler.
You know that
I
is
want
canon now too.
and that would like make that like and put like Michael Cera in Luke's Jedi Academy. If Michael Cera like all right, hey Master Luke, look, hey, I got the rock. Oh, my head. Oh, I think I have a concussion. Kind of a thing. I'm okay.
I just love that the humor appealed to more than just kids. Like even I got a chuckle out of it. And not to say I'm sophisticated, but like I do love when the humor can play with itself like that. It's really kind of awesome. And like the homages. So they did some horror film tropes. I love the Roger Moore robots that were all zombies. They were like Roger creeping around with the eyes glowing red. So awesome. Oh, so funny. And then
I loved the beginning where they said we have a lava fountain and one of the droids gets immediately melted into
so
slag.
Good.
That was great. Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah. So much stuff.
I like the other Lord of the Rings reference at the very end when the antagonist dies. I won't say who it is to give it away unless anyone has watched it, but the antagonist does end up dying.
Well, I think most people. I think it was Michael just ran away.
Yeah,
he hasn't seen it yet.
It was
so
the.
I think you can if you want to.
The Ren helmet like came back up just like the ring does, and then goes back down. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
See, I have
That's
to watch
pretty
it
cool.
again.
That
I
was
didn't
it
quite
was
catch
very
that.
Lord of the Rings. Watch it
Yeah.
again, you're gonna go, oh, that's Gollum. That's Smeagol. That's that whole entire story. Getting too
Yeah.
far ahead to their greed, and the idea that you can have and then Poe kept reiterating it. I don't want to be down here. All these things are Sith artifacts. Like, I hope we get that in canon, like the dagger that killed Rey's parents. They kind of played with that a little bit, just a little bit in Tross. Wish they did more of it. I really do.
Well, I mean, not to tease anything, but apparently you're
go.
going to get a little bit of that. The guy was Adam Christopher in the novel with Luke. The novel with Luke and what was what is it? Shadows of the Sith, which is the badass title
of the Sith.
I'm so excited for that book. But
That's dope.
anyway, yeah. So you might get a little bit of that action in there. He said it's gonna. He said one of his inspirations is what's his name? Stover's Revenge of the Sith novel.
Oh shit!
I know.
That's gonna be awesome.
Anyway, Lego.
Because no one talks about how good that book is. Nobody except for Pete.
This guy was talking
Pete
about
talked
it today.
about that.
He mentioned 3 books that, like, you should go read the 3 books that he mentioned, and you'll probably shit your pants.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's
That
going
pumps
to
me
be
up.
great. It's gonna
Well,
be, but like, no, I know I want more of that too. Like, give us more
Yeah.
of that. We've got it in the canon, like extra stuff, but give it to us in the live action stuff. Don't be afraid
Yeah.
of it. Like, give us how Sith artifacts are creepy. And
That's what I want.
Give it to us. I want to make the dark side more like it's weird, it's evil, it's esoteric. You don't understand it. Dark science, all secrets only the Sith knew. Things like that.
One thing that I really like too, and I don't know if I'm using the word correctly, I'm willing to be wrong, but I love that Poe, and I forget the young man's name, to be honest with you. What was his name?
I forgot as well.
Well, I can tell you this much. I love that the relationship was nothing more than like, you're Poe Dameron, and you're like, yeah, oh, you can fix anything. It was kind of uplifting for once. It wasn't weird.
Right.
I didn't feel forced in any way. It was very naturally done, and I'm very happy to know that. They told that story really, really well, and I was.
Steve has joined the chat. Steve has joined the chat.
Wow,
There we go.
dang.
There we go. Good for you, Steve. Good for you.
My dude. But that being said, when it comes to this storytelling, I'm on my list. It's up there. I even told Eric that. I just saw No Time to Die with Eric. Had a long day. I saw Kiss last night. No Time to Die. I'm tired.
You've had
But
a
I will
long
say-
couple of weeks.
Oh my
friend.
God.
You've
You've
been gill to gills.
This is the first weekend where it's coming up that I haven't done a single thing. That being said, I will say watching this show was kind of a breath of fresh air. It wasn't as serious as What If has gotten. It wasn't as serious as other things that I've been watching recently. This felt like a breath of fresh air. And I'm like, man, I need to watch more silly cartoon stuff. It's been long overdue for me. But you got a kid, so you get that more frequently than I do. I take things too serious sometimes. And watching that kind of put me in my place. I'm like, that's good. I needed to watch this today.
Every now and then you need to watch a silly cartoon that makes you go, laugh at a couple parts of it and go, you know
Yes.
what? Life isn't so serious. It's fine.
No. and
By the way,
especially Star
the
Wars
kid's
life.
name in the show, the character's name is Dean.
Dean. I like that.
That's what I was looking up. I wasn't just
So
like,
no, it's okay.
checking my
Dean.
stock portfolio.
I like
Dean.
Jerry's fair. Jerry's a big stock marketer. Like
I was checking my crypto. I had to
obsessed.
see if my Dogecoin was up or something.
He's huge in that. He's huge in that
Mining.
lane. Yeah, he's a professional miner.
I'm a TikTok miner, and I'm a bad one at that. So,
Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. You've triggered me.
I've triggered you. I know. I
took-
don't know what's
it took-
happening.
no,
I
it
am
took me-
not. Jerry's my stockbroker.
Jerry is. I've
I'm
been doing research on it.
Yeah, every time I see, like, how's your 401k, bro?
Every time he asks me, every time we visit.
We gotta go full tilt boogie on this, Watson. Sorry, now I'm just quoting Knowledge Fight's Technocrat drop that they play, which is a bunch of random Alex Jones clips.
I look like Grimes.
You need to be wearing a Jedi outfit and reading Communist Manifesto.
There's a photo of Grimes that looks just like this. She looked like she was in a Dune outfit.
She looks a little bit like it looks like Dune and stuff. I think I shared it and said I'm going to tell my kids this is Avar Chris, which is the High Republic. Yeah. Just because she just looked like Avar Chris to me in that moment. So good for her. Good for her. There you go. Can we get a little closer?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Yes,
We're gonna do the whole show like this.
Scotty introduced me to people. He says, meet the 34-year-old man interested in cryptocurrency. That's a Twitter joke no one's going to get except for maybe a couple people. There's just no time to die.
It's a really good movie, by the way. I won't spoil it for anybody. It is a brilliant movie.
James Bond, he kicks some dude's ass. I have no clue what's going on. Is this this TikTok?
Did you ever do this in middle school? You're like, guys, watch this, and you're like, hit your chest, and you're like, I'm gonna make my heartbeat go to my mouth. You ever do this? And you'll
no, I've never done that.
I remember being middle school, be like, guys, watch this. I can throw up my heart, and I go, I look at my heart. Isn't that cool?
That makes sense. It does.
That being said, guys, I think we finished the discussion. I don't know.
Your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Culture stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
The Magic Circus.
Look, I regret one thing about that. Why didn't I ask Paul Stanley about that?
About his Folgers commercial.
The only thing
you
I
had
regret.
one job, Scotty. You had
only thing I
one.
regret.
I'm you sweating with all the people asking them if the Love Gun was about their dick. It's like you wasted your chance.
Did you write this about your pecker? Like, it's literally what it
Did you write? Is Love Gun about? Is it about an erect penis? That's all I want to know. I'm Gilbert Godfrey. Tell me, did you write it about that? Okay, I'm about to get into other stuff there. Real quick, before we're done though, I mean, just like, I love the Lego thing. I recently just saw like The Shining and Doctor Sleep.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I loved. There's a ton of reference.
It's the best.
There's a ton of references in everything to The Shining in particular.
Yes.
Like, I mean, everything has everyone. If you've seen Here's Johnny, it's never. What's funny is he was parodying
Johnny Carson.
And everything in the movie, and now it's just The Shining.
When you watch I watch the Tonight Show all the time. I don't know why. I'm. That's the one thing I will say is that I like talk shows. I like watching talk shows from then. Talk shows. I like watching talkie. No, I like
the walkies and talkies, eh?
From then, I can't stand
Bumbles and biscuits.
Like, I like Colbert, but I can't stand watching Colbert, Fallon, or Kimmel. I'd rather watch Carson any day. That's the one thing I
like Colbert's opening monologues.
Oh yeah, Colbert already.
And meanwhile,
kills it with that.
That's just, I love Colbert doing that shit. So,
guys, this is awesome, and I will say too, the idea that Lego Star Wars can play around and you don't have to take it too seriously is wonderful. I honestly wish more Star Wars fans would be as lenient with Star Wars as they were with Lego Star Wars, because you see Lego Star Wars and you automatically have a preconceived notion that it's not going to be that serious, and that's fine. But I do miss whenever, it could be not so. Like, George never took Star Wars too seriously. And I think we need to all take a moment and reflect on that one, because Star Wars shouldn't be serious all the time, constantly. And I'm glad Lego kind of lets it be fun.
There should be prank phone calls and other things that happen in Star Wars, and it's okay. It's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay to go, I'm too old for this now. I need to sit down and have a cracker. Yes. It's okay. It's okay, everyone. Anyway, Scotty, we got a podathon coming up.
I can tell you this much: we're hosting a podathon. I was gonna plug it at the end, Nick, but I'm
What?
glad you did my job.
Nick, look.
Corey, because you have a good guess doesn't mean I have to plug it. But be honest with you, Nick. Okay?
You could go back to your plan. Go back to your plan. It's okay.
maybe-
They're very.
Look, I'll be transparent. I tried getting Mac DeMarco, and I didn't tell you this yet, Jerry, but he denied us. So I'm trying to figure this out right now. Okay, Nick. So
Figure it out
maybe
on
I'm
the
a little
fly.
insecure.
Nick,
Maybe I
you
didn't
want to
wanna
be
bring
our
it up.
guest? Do
Maybe I
you
didn't
want to
wanna
be
bring
our
it up.
guest?
Maybe I
Why are
didn't
we
wanna
being
bring it
so
up just
hostile to
yet.
Nick? I have no clue.
Because Nick's a damn Southern gentleman, and you
I'm
can't be
gonna drink-
mean to him.
I'm
You
gonna drink
can't
more.
be
No,
mean
it's
to him.
not mayonnaise. It's a local brew. It's not mayonnaise. I saw you guys earlier in the chat calling it mayonnaise. I'm not that way.
Jerry's a big fan of mayonnaise. He loves drinking it.
I just love it. I love a nice can of mayonnaise.
Cold mayonnaise, just
Nice,
so damn
refreshing,
good.
tall glass of mayo.
mayonnaise. Just,
When I walk
Oh.
into the bar, I go, no, make mine a
Man-
mayo.
Shaken, not.
I go to the
Shake
Mayo
and
Clinic.
stir.
I'm like looking around, like I get all thirsty. I'm like, what's going on?
They go shaken or stir. Jerry goes whipped, and they're like, oh. They go
And make it a miracle.
make it whipped mayo. Hope someone clips that. Clip
And
it.
me just sitting
Clip it.
here, me sitting here like I'm having an actual conversation. Okay. And how do you feel about that? Okay. A little bit of saliva there.
Guys, we are doing a podathon.
Well-
I'm excited to plug it. Let me plug it real quick. That was me just being rude to Nick because Nick was getting on my nerves real quick. I said Nick, not Rick.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I know how confusing that can be.
This episode has been like this entire episode has been like this.
Pretty. Cool. Oh yeah.
If you know the fever induced madness that is Bombadcast, that is.
Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
all
plug
I've gotta say.
Podathon, and then I want to show one more
Plug
video.
it.
Let me plug
Plug
Podathon.
it.
So look, I'm serious, and this is no joke. We're raising money for Make-A-Wish this year, as you can see. Jerry and I are both on the side of it. Me and Pete are hosting this bad boy. It's going to be an adventure and a half because we've got a ton of people, and I think I can publicly say it now. A Star Wars author that normally does not do interviews is doing an interview on Tarkin's Top Shelf. We've signed like little cards that she'll put in books to donate to the actual raffle of it. That's Claudia Gray. So 100% Claudia Gray's on Tarkin's Top Shelf. I know we got Tatooine Sun's going to pull some good stuff. Star Wars Explained, Imperial Senate Podcast of the Wills, Blue Bantha Milk, Hala Chronicles, Pink Milk, Broaxium, Space Waffles, BTBD Live.
And the
Force
quartering
Connect.
on Bombadcast. I'm joking. We're friends now. Have you heard?
Yeah,
Have you heard?
we're buddies. So that being said, all day, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. It is going to be an adventure. We have a plan to pull some pretty big guests. At least we hope we can. We've been in talks with a couple people, a couple of former guests of the show. Mac DeMarco did deny me today, which I will be front about. They said no, he's doing a show. I'm like, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
I get it. No,
I
it's
love
part
you.
of it.
I'm
That's
sorry.
People do not
Okay.
like to be
Scotty,
open-ended.
it's okay.
When it comes to people, for some reason, feel the need not to be honest, and we got denied. That's okay. Okay. That being said, we still plan on having a sick show for y'all. I know Pete does too. Everyone involved. We chose
It's
this
for a
list
great
for a
cause.
reason. It was very catered because we know they represent a lot of people we want to see in our fandom be a part of this. And we did Podathon with just the BTBD crew last year. That is now disbanded. I wanted to make this, and Pete had this idea to make this event be a lot more accessible to way more people. And this is going to bring in a lot more fans just to be able to donate to Make-A-Wish. It's going to be a great day. I mean, we've already got $100 donated. It's 1,500 is our
Really?
goal. Already got
People
100
already?
donated. Don't know who it was, but it was a very kind thing. And that's going to be a bombad of a day. It really
the
will be.
Podfather himself, maybe. Instead of, look, we're leaning away because of for the graphic and everything. listen, yeah, go tell everyone you can. Try to get as many people, even your family members who maybe don't like Star Wars. Tell them, hey, a bunch of people who talk about Star Wars on YouTube are going to be raising money for Make-A-Wish, and that's a charity just about anyone could get behind. You have to be. I mean, you have to be pretty heartless to not want to grant wishes for children.
Literally.
But yeah, like me and Scotty, we need some wishes granted sometimes.
See,
so.
I can tell you this much. I'm joking. I can tell you this much. I'm gonna really look forward to that day, and I also have something that I purchased recently that I want to share with you.
Oh, what do we got here? Oh, the Star Child. Look at that. Wait, is that like that's one of those...
it's like a little wooden toy. It was $8.
Oh, it's a wooden toy. I thought it was like one of those old, like the little people. They used to be like shaped like that.
Oh, those were cool. I remember those.
Back in the day.
But yeah, this is on my desk now, and I'm happy to look at him every day, and he inspires me to be a better man. So that's awesome.
Nice. There you go.
Hey, being a better man is a very easy thing to be, especially if you listen to this song over and over again. Jerry, actually, Popeye has something he wants to say. Popeye is not a sailor man. Not the sailor man.
No, but he's a businessman, apparently.
Had a little bit of money, so the Lord did me good. Got all kind of shit. Got the glow sticks. I got the gotcha bag. Got the Hawaiian punch. Man, everybody won't holler at Pop what you need. I got it. If I ain't got it, I can find it. You understand? I'm selling glow sticks. Glow sticks that go with the You know what I'm saying?
Those legit look like Roman candles that he's holding. Like at the end, it looks like Roman candles. I got glow sticks to go. Did you say the ketchup bag as well? What is this man selling? I don't know what he's selling, but if he can get holler at Pop, he can get. If you don't got it, he can get it. You know what I'm saying?
You can find it. That's the best part. Jerry, it's been a minute since we've watched this, and I'll never forget. Was it the Spider-Man stream? One of the streams I decided to play this video, and I was like, "This is bold of me," but I want to play it right now because I want to be in the moment with y'all. And plus, we're gonna end right after this. Jerry, I will do the credits, but I just want to play this video. It's been a while since our fans have seen this. You know what it is, Jerry?
I have no clue. I'm excited to see it.
It was one of your discoveries, and I think it might be your best contribution to Bombadcast ever.
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Chucky. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share. What is it?
Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world where nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh, yeah!
Him to change his way.
It's the
The
best.
mustache wiggle that changed the world. The
I'm telling
mustache
you.
wiggle that changed the world.
I'm gonna be honest with
what it
y'all.
is.
I'm not. Hopefully, Pete doesn't watch this. That will 100% be a part of our stream. Even if we have a massive guest, if we somehow pull off getting a huge guest, I will destroy Podathon with that. Only because it is so on brand.
That will save Podathon, and that might actually make someone donate. Honestly,
I'm not joking. If we're
start
gonna have,
with that man in the mirror.
My expectation is we've got such good content creators that if we can bring anything to Podathon, if it's a good conversation, if it's donations, I honestly will say I will. Look, let's make this deal. If anyone donates during our stream $50 and says "Play Man in the Mirror," and we see that live on our stream, I don't care if we have Elijah Wood. I don't care if we have literally if we somehow get Rick McCallum. I will destroy the stream with that. Guaranteed.
To be rocking out with Rick McCallum behind the scenes while Man in the Mirror by the Pizza Time Players plays.
I would love if he left.
Hey,
that'd be the most amazing thing in the world.
$100.
Oh,
and I'll play Mr. I'll play Imagine There's No Pizza.
We gotta crop that one. That one's gotta be cut. No, that is so long. Oh my god!
Just the first, like basically the intro.
I just love the fact that you found that, and I'm not joking. The fact that my students, for some reason, like enjoy that, and like literally, one of my kids, I'm not gonna say their names. Actually, I will say it was William. They had like free music day in music class, and he decided to play that as his song, and he forced his whole class to watch that video. I'm like, that is just like we have
300 for Popeye.
Oh, if I can get Popeye on the show, that'd be next level. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm getting a strange phone call that I did not expect. Maybe he wouldn't want me. Jerry, stall for a second.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I was gonna say I think he might have been calling me as well. Is it someone who hello? Yes. So I think this is someone who actually called me as well and everything. So I don't know what's going on, Scotty, but he just called me.
This is so random. Here we go.
We're doing the Versus series right now. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
1 and 3.
2.
2.
2?
Yeah.
2?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Goodbye. Love you all.
You're welcome. Love you too. Guys, this is like the MCU. There's the connecting stories everywhere. There's connecting stories everywhere.
That would be great if it was Eric.
That was Jared, our own Jared. He called me, and I didn't answer because we were still on stream and stuff. But you know what, Jared? I'm sorry. I failed you.
I think we're gonna do. Shirt. I think I'm gonna end up getting one of these ordered as a raffle for Podathon as well. So we've got a ton of things we're gonna end up raffling off, including hold on, let me but not limited to.
Oh, what do we got here? We got more we got more stuff to sizzle.
I was giving this for my uncle, and he won't know that I'm giving this away. But this is actually one of the giveaways for real.
There you go.
Pretty nice.
You can check out a list on at the Podathon as well.
Yeah, it's on Pete's page, and it's also on at Podathon on Twitter.
Twitter.
So this is gonna be a cool pool. I mean, obviously, this is you for free. I mean, literally, if you donate literally $5, you get a raffle to win something like this. It also comes with a force band as well that comes with it. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean,
that's incredible.
The Sphero stuff's pretty awesome. I had the BB-8 one. Did I ever want to open this one up? No, for that reason, because I knew it would serve a better purpose somewhere else. That being said, dude, winning a date with Jerry, I will gladly raffle that off. A virtual date with Jerry Cable.
I'll auction that off. I'll put that. Honestly, if you guys talk about it, you want to, I'll pimp myself. It's fine. Whatever. I mean, it's going to be very sensible though, and everything like this. I'm a sensible guy. So
yeah. Jerry, can I play another clip? Because I'm in the mood now. You got me feeling something.
Go for it. Go.
Your children and your children's children will be subjugated. They will be asked, have you been a good little Nazi? Hail Fauci!
Perhaps you remember your first edible. The recount to take us off the air tonight. That is our broadcast.
It's so funny.
Perhaps you remember your first edible.
Why is that so good?
Ooh,
oh my
guys. Guys, we love you. Thank you so much for coming out. Sky, do we have anything else to plug? I can't believe I'm the one who's wrapping this up.
You're trying to end it.
Oh
I
man.
like that. Yeah, fantastic.
Listen, Scotty.
Yeah, baby.
What should the wonderful people do? Not only if they want to win a date with me, but if they want, what should they just do with their everyday lives?
You should. Hold on. You should see my bald spot.
You should. I'm so scared right now.
Bombad!
Anyways, my broskies, I gotta bounce. Bounce on your boy's dick. Hey, got him.
Stay Bombad. Stay Bombad. Peace. Stay Bombad. Peace. Stay Bombad. Peace. Stay Bombad. Peace. Stay Bombad. Peace.
That's wildly inappropriate.